Hey everybody, welcome back. It is finally that time again. We are finally returning to Fear the Walking Dead. That's right, our long-ass 3-month summer hiatus. Summer hiatus is over, and we can finally get back into the back half of the show, which I know is divisive amongst a lot of fans, but I freaking love it. I love anything in the Walking Dead universe. I love that we're getting this different look. I love that it's set in Mexico with all the heat and all that kind of stuff, and very, very excited about it. So there's a lot of cool things about where we left off. You know, we left off with Salazar burning down that whole place, and everybody had to leave, and like all the family split up because Chris was like gonna try to kill Alycia and Kim. Is it Kim? I think that's the actual actress's name. See, it's been so long, I've started to forget Madison. Started to forget character names. But anyways, they all split up. Nick went off on his own. Chris and Travis went off on their own. Madison and Strand and I think Ophelia is with them. And is that it? And Alycia all went off on their own, and we don't know what happened to Daniel Salazar or I guess his wife had already died. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. See, it's been 3 months. I'm trying to remind and refresh myself. So lots of cool stuff going on. Now we're gonna get in the back half of this. It's gonna be interesting to see them all separated and if they will come together by the end of the season or not. It'll be interesting to see if we lose anybody. I don't know much, but what I've heard is tonight's episode is gonna focus mostly on Nick, and it looks like he's gonna run into some very bad people on the road, as well as some good people. So I'm kind of excited to get to it. It's been too long, man. I'm ready to get this back on, because you know the best part about Fear the Walking Dead is as soon as Fear the Walking Dead is over, Walking Dead comes back, which is good and bad this year. I am not looking forward to that new episode, but we'll see how it goes. I'll go ahead and give you a warning right now. I'm not exactly sure how the timing is gonna work out, but it looks like, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you wanna look at it, I'm gonna be in the Dominican Republic for a weekend and change with Mary when the finale of Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 happens, so that may be late. I'm sorry, I'm just starting to prepare you for it now. But this will be the first time that we do with the picture. We haven't done that in any of the previous Fear the Walking Deads, and I'm not doing the commercial break talking. I'm gonna treat it like I started treating all the other shows, like Preacher and Game of Thrones, where literally we're just gonna watch me watch the show and I give you my best reactions. For those of you that don't know, I don't talk or anything. Like it's really mostly in the eyes or the occasional, you know, so that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're looking for, you have found it. You have found a guy that loves this show, loves this universe, loves these kind of things, and I am ready to go get back into it. So, yeah, episode 08 is gonna be called Grotesque, so exciting times. All right, well, I predict we don't lose anybody important tonight. I predict it'll just be an interesting episode. Hopefully it'll have some big action set pieces to bring us back, but if not, that's fine. The show is not really so much about that, but I'm just glad to have some zombies back on TV. Excuse me, walkers back on TV, although they don't call them walkers in here. I don't remember what they call them in this show, but I will be reminded. All right, guys, well, you know what we do, right? We say, let's watch.
They were close friends. I saw them a few days ago. They had food, water. They were okay. Things change so quickly now.
Where are you going?
South. La Paz. Once father is there, I must try to find him. I owe it to him, to his mother. You should come with us.
Get my bag, all right? Just gonna get my bag. Let me just get my water. Get my bag, I'm gonna pay!
Is it good?
My dad gave it to me.
He gave you a lot of books.
Well, this is way connecting.
But is it good?
It reminds me of him. It's just a lot of people feeling shit and not saying anything about it.
What's it about?
Grotesque.
Please expand.
When you hold on to something for too long or too hard, you corrupt it.
Okay, so there you have it. I mispredicted some things. I predicted some things. We did not lose anybody. My biggest complaint with this episode, and I want to say I liked this episode. Even though it's a slow one and it's a character thing, we had the flashbacks, and it's really, really quiet since it's Nick on his own through half of it. But I did like this episode, but my biggest complaint is this should not have been the episode they come back on from the break. We should have had a bigger episode to come back on from the break. Just my personal feelings, because we left on like epic climax, and I'm just used to coming back with something bigger happening, but whatever. That said though, the only other qualm I have is when Nick is lying down in the rain, his teeth are way too fucking white. They're like movie star white, and it's like he's been eating raw cactus and puking and all this shit. As much as they grunge up everything else, we know they can grunge up teeth. They missed out on that. But man, the dogs, man, that part was pretty fucking cool because, tearing at his leg and everything. And I flashback to the season 4, I think, of Walking Dead when the dogs were going to be a problem and then weren't. I thought it was going to be Nick's dinner. Then I thought Nick was going to be the dog's dinner. And then the dogs turned out to be the damn zombie dinner. So that was pretty cool. Pretty gruesome. So I like that. The new characters are going to be interesting. The new location, I think, will be interesting. I like that the bad guys just randomly shooting people died, although I'm totally confused why they were just randomly shooting people. I guess that's their way of going crazy. But then also, little writer's convenience thing with the dropping of the bullets and all that, and him being able to recognize Nick when they never got a good look at his face. So, kind of, little poopy there, guys. But still, very interesting. And I really actually did enjoy the flashbacks. I liked finding out about his rehab time and finding out how his father passed. And then I didn't recognize the woman, the girl, up until the end when they were waking up in the church. And I'm like, oh my God, didn't realize we were getting 2 backstories, not just one. So I thought that was really great that they brought all that back around and showed us right up to that last moment before the series actually begins. So it kind of makes me want to rewatch that pilot. Not really, because I was never a fan of the pilot. I liked everything that came after the pilot. But still, very, very cool. His long walk didn't take that long, so that's a little interesting. I don't know that he should have been able to survive that long without water, but they were iffy on when he lost the water, I guess. So, I don't know. I'll cut it some slack. Let's see, what else? I'm really just more anxious for some of the other story to come in, like Madison and all that stuff, and Travis, all those stories. I'm bummed though, because it definitely looks like the show's not going back to the water. They barely use the water for what, half a season? And not even half a season. So that's really kind of lame, because I like this whole idea of them being on the water and these different threats. And I know it can be expensive, but I don't know. Maybe they'll go back there. My dad was predicting that by the end of the season, they'll all reconvene and get back in a boat and go on the water. So maybe, but I have a feeling they're just going to stay in Mexico, and they're just going to play the difference being more about the culture, the Mexican culture, about, loving death more. Not loving death, but you know what I mean. You watch the show. You know what I'm getting at. But yeah, so I could have done without the long lulls of silence, but again, it's effective. If that had been in the middle of the back half of the season, I would like it more. I just wanted a bit more of a punch coming back since we haven't had any zombie Walking Dead universe fun in like 3 months, so. But what can you do? That's just my personal opinion. I do still love this show. I mean, it's no Walking Dead, obviously, but it's still a very, very cool show, and I'm anxious to see how it keeps progressing. But like I said, I'll be anxious. I think why I was excited to get to the flashbacks is I'm like, oh, look, people talking to each other. You know, not just a half an hour show being a guy wandering the desert. I'm like, okay, we get it, go somewhere. But yeah. But anyways, very cool. Some great gore in this, as you know. And I'm just kind of anxious to see where it goes. Although it was funny, he could kick the soccer ball at the end. It was like, his leg wasn't that healed, but whatever. Yeah, oh, and that's the other thing, too, is I was a wee bit confused in the beginning when we jump in and he's already friends with this other lady and this kid and stuff, and I don't remember anything like that from the first half of this season, so I was joking at the commercial. It's like, well, did we miss an episode? But no, we did not. All right, well, the only other thing I'll tell you before we wrap this up is I am correct. I saw Walking Dead will be back on October 23rd. It's the 23rd? Is that right? That sounds right. Yeah, because October 16th then I think will be the finale of this show, and that's when I'll be in the Dominican Republic, and that's on a Sunday. I'm not even getting back till Tuesday, so I probably won't be able to have that for you till Wednesday, unless I'm wrong and there's a week off, and then we just miss it perfect. But you know what? It may be bad for you guys, but it won't be bad for me. I'm ready to go to this place in October, man. It's gonna be so much fun. Anyways, guys, I'll tell you more about that in my Hey Everybody vlogs as they happen and as we get closer to it, but I did enjoy this episode, even though I had some disappointments with it, but now I want to know, what did you think? What was your favorite part? Do you agree, disagree with what I'm saying? What are some of your predictions? What are you most looking forward to? I'm just glad it's back. I'm glad we got some, some Walker action happening again. So let's geek out down in the comments. Tell me what you want to tell me. I'm anxious to hear your thoughts. Other than that, you can hit that thumb up button. Give me that thumbs of encouragement because I do love being encouraged. Subscribe if you're new here. We do all kinds of fun, nerdy, geeky stuff every single day on the Eric Butts channel. And of course, share with your friends so we can all geek out about this kind of stuff together. And you want more? You want to support the channel, help it grow, get extra content? Check out my link to Patreon down below. You might like it, you might not, no pressure, just want you to know it's there. Okay, well, I'm gonna shut up and put this damn thing together because it's gonna be a late night. Mary visited, so we got a late start on the DVR, and it takes hours for shit to process because the cameras I have to shoot this with. It's kind of a pain in the ass. The editing's not, it's just waiting a couple of hours for shit to get in a format I can't edit it. Don't have that problem with this part, just the actual watching, so I'm gonna get to that. So I'm gonna shut up and do it, and I will see you guys later.